Dear students, how are you today? I think you are in a good mood to observe and enjoy this class. And this class is on your HSC English program from English for Today. Here is all we offer about Unit 4, the pastimes. This class is offered by Cambrian television, that is CTV. Now let's start enjoying our class. Okay. You have already heard that today's topic is on pastime. You will learn today on lesson 1, that's things we enjoy today or enjoy doing. That lesson 2, some unusual pastimes. On lesson 4, about plants for pleasure, and on lesson 5, about under the banyan tree. Okay? You know, pastime is a different thing. This is actually leisure period. This means the time when you are not engaged in doing such kinds of jobs that helps you to get benefits or to earn money. During this time, you will enjoy doing other things that is not money making naturally, but that will help you get other benefits as a recreational pastime. So, I think if you go through the text, if you learn what is said here, you will be able to get what is pastime and what types of pastimes are available in the world. Let's go to the Unit 4, Lesson 1 first on its summary. Things we enjoy doing. Look what is on the screen. Leisure means the time when a man has nothing to do. It enables us to recover our lost freshness and energy. It affords an opportunity to escape from the hard realities of life and enjoy this fine world. People all over the world spend their free time by taking part in different recreational activities. In the cities of China, people gather in the parks, which are neat and clean, and sometimes they are entertained by musicians and acrobats with their performance. We must know what types of recreational activities are available in the world. As an example, the name of the country China is mentioned here. Look, what types of recreational activities we can find there. People go there in parks, visit parks, spend family together, spend their time together, and they watch open air performances like acrobatic shows, like musical performances, and even while they are in their houses, they enjoy watching television. If we have a look on Canada, we may find two different types of recreational activities, one in summer and another in winter. Dear learners, you know, Canada is a very large country and it has a little population only. A huge country with little population and a different type of landscapes, and which is covered with snow everywhere in winter. They go for skiing and snowboarding. The snowboarding is done on snow. It's very much like skateboarding with the wheels under your shoes and going over the snow. And while skiing, they go through the mountain slopes and they enjoy this very much. But in summer, you will see that there are different types of recreational activities where there are large lakes and sea beaches. People go there for fishing, boating, or swimming. They enjoy them very much. But where there are large lakes or sea beaches are not available, and they are used to playing badmintons, tennis, and other plays. So we can understand that in the same country there are different types of pastimes. Let us shift our view or look toward Japan. What is going on in Japan? People there are habituated in different types of exercises and playing. They love martial arts, and they love taking parts in different types of games and sports. And they like football playing, and they like taking exercises, and where there are no chances, and they go for language clubs or other types of recreational clubs. They like them very much. But in Western Europe, like in Germany, we'll get a different thing there. Like most of the Germans love traveling, and almost half of them have already visited the countries outside of them. And they have also formed a German Leisure Association, where they take researches on leisure activities, how you can spend your time. This is very different, Germany. And they also like skateboarding and hiking and going for long drives, visiting families and friends. That's also popular there. They spend their time together while they can get their time. They can manage their time. But one thing that is common everywhere in the world is watching television. So, you the learners have learned that pastimes can be of different types, varying from country to country, society to society, even continent to continent, and race to race. And it depends on educational status even. So we can have a look on the main points here in the screen, that we have got the idea about leisure. We have known how do village and city people spend their leisure, and the common sports and pastimes, and how they differ from country to country. And we can evaluate traveling even. Have a work, what you will do with me together just now, okay? And the classwork, making a list of 5 points showing how Germans pass their leisure. The first answer can be, they love traveling. You just try to repeat this. What Germans love? They love traveling. And try to produce other points. What they love? They love having a trip outside the country. Yes, of course, they love having a trip outside the country. And they love taking part in sports. It's also a point. And they love to go to dance clubs or go for a long drive even. And they can visit families and friends. Let's together repeat, you and me. What are the points here for German recreational activities? They love traveling. They have made trips outside the country. They take part in sports. They go to dance club or long drive. And they visit families and friends. Okay? And let us go to the lesson 2 of this same unit. There's some unusual pastimes. Let's have a look on a summary of this passage. That origami is a craft of folding paper. It takes the form of birds, fishes, insects, and animals. In the Orient, it has been practiced for centuries. In the West, Friedrich Froebel introduced it in Germany, and all over the world it is very popular. And now, because it is an interesting recreational pastime. Let me explain this. What is this? This is nothing but paper folding. You just fold your papers, but don't cut or paste them, okay? You will get different shapes of birds and animals and other things, and then you will get that this is an art form. And what is called this is nothing but origami. Actually, this is Japanese word, and in Bangla, what can we say? Let me switch over Bangla. In Bangla, origami is কাগজ ভাঁজ করে তৈরি করা নতুন ধরনের শিল্পকর্ম, যেগুলো কিনা আমরা সাজিয়ে রাখতে পারি ঘরে বা ঘরের বাইরে. Even during marriage ceremonies in our country, we use this form. Okay, You have already learned that Mr. Friedrich Froebel has introduced it in Germany, and then it has got its expanse in Latin America as well as in Spain and Portugal. At the same time, it has got its area in the USA and the UK. So it has got a large background, and it is very favorite there. For bird watching, people go to different areas in the world, and they pass their time in different places for bird watching only for a long time, for lots of summers, for lots of winters, under the rains, and for a year or two, for months after months, days after days, they use their time to observe the seasonal habits of the birds. Even some of you can watch them through some academic channels like National Geographic Channel or others. You see that this is so tough, but this can give you pleasure even. So as a favorite pastime, it is very common in the world. Even there are some traveling companies, they provide information which areas or which regions are helpful for going for bird watching. There are some main points there. Let's have a look in a screen. Which on origami, it is practiced in the Orient for centuries, and it is a very sophisticated form in Japan. And it has gained popularity as a form of geometrical construction. It is a popular recreational pastime, and there are some grammatical points even here. But I would like to skip this with very short that grammar is on present perfect tense. While you will describe something, you will use present perfect tense. And later I will describe it why this grammar is focused. And the structure here used is have verb with participle form of the verb. Okay. Text you will get in the next part, that lesson 4 with plants for pleasure. That's planting something for pleasure. This is actually nothing but bonsai. What is bonsai? Bonsai is pot planting, but it is a different form. While making a bonsai, a planter is allowed to grow the plant in his own way, that he will do some different, follow some different techniques, and he will make bonsai. Okay, it is nothing but the miniature of a real tree. I think you have got this. While making bonsai, what they can do? At first, you will choose a plant and then you will put it inside the pot. After some days, you can make it out. You just cut at least 1/3 of its roots and then put it again inside the pot and spread soil over it, but keep an inch or 2 of its roots above the soil so that you can enhance the beauty of bonsai. And in this way, you will get a different thing. While making bonsai, you will focus on the point that you mustn't make it grow so long, so large. Okay? If the bonsai plant is below 6 inches, you can call it miniature, and if it's 6 to 12 inches, it is medium, and if it is 12 inches to 2 feet or 24 inches, then it is large, and those bonsais more than 24 inches long in size, you can call it is gigantic. It is so large. A bonsai plant, pot planting, allows the planter to give it a different shape. You can make different shapes with it. You can make the shapes of some animals or a flag of a country or like the map of a country in this way. Okay? It is a very favorite pastime, and it is also money maker. It can make money for you. And that bonsai is the art of growing trees and other plants in small containers. The planter shapes the bonsai tree with great care. He doesn't allow it to grow very high. In spite of its small size, it appears to be a large tree. It needs small containers and a little soil to grow a bonsai plant. The art of planting bonsai is popular in many places in the world. Okay? Let's go to the next part of this unit. That's lesson 5. Under the banyan tree. It's nothing but a story Here you have got an image of a banyan tree, and this story is written by R.K. Narayan. Let's know about Narayan before going through the story, which is already shown in a screen. One of the most famous Indian writer, Narayan. He writes in English language and was born in 1906 in Madras. You know, the name of the city is changed into Chennai. He was educated in Mysore and settled there for over half a century. Narayan created the enchanting fictional world of Malgudi through his several novels and short stories, which captivated his readers throughout the world, and more recently millions of Indian television viewers who saw TV adaptations of many Malgudi stories. His famous works are Malgudi Days and Shami and His Friends. His first novel, Shami and Friends, published in 1935. His books are regularly published in the USA, the UK, and India, and have also been widely translated into several European and Indian languages. His novel, The Guide, published in 1958, earned him the National Prize of the Indian Literary Academy, the country's highest literary honor. He died in 2001. However, though we have learned about Narayanan, actually we are going through the pastime or recreational activities, which is written here. I would like to give you the expression which is written here, that Somal is a village, and it is a very remote village cut off from the rest of the world, and even the nearest bus stop is 10 miles away from the village, which has spreaded its branches, and there lived a man named Nambi. He was nothing but a storyteller. Look, what have I said? He is nothing but a storyteller. He tells stories to the village folk, to the people, and he makes his story inside his head. When he is ready to describe his story, he just gives a signal to the people. He lights a lamp and put it in the niche of the trunk of the banyan tree. While going back to the houses, the village folk see this, and they return to their home rapidly. They have their meal, and they then come to this temple, sit under the banyan tree, and hear his story. This is their recreational activities, that somebody tells a story and some of them enjoy those stories. This is a shape, this is a thing of pastime or recreational activities. In modern form, we can get them through television channels and through radio channels even, like in cinema films, and through some plays, acts, and in this way we can get our recreational activities. So what types of recreational activities are described here in this unit? Different types. The village folk can pass their time. How? Just enjoying stories. At the same time, the town people enjoy their pastimes in different types. They can visit their families and friends. They can go for hiking. Hiking means going a long way in the mountainous or hilly areas or village areas. They go for long drives. They watch television, and they take part in different types of plays and physical exercise. They go to clubs like dance clubs and exercise clubs, gymnasiums, and they do other things. They chat with each other. In this way, we can get that there are different types of recreational activities. Okay? So what is pastime? Pastime is not really or not always money making. Someone is engaged with his own job and earns money, but while he is not engaged with this earning money, he get different time, and in this time he is involved with different things like his hobbies. I would like to say that there is a classwork for you, and this is gap filling. You will get this in your question type 6 or question type 9 or 10. You will fill up those gaps with appropriate words, and you will make a story there or even there in a continuous paragraph, then you will get marks. Okay, let's go to the screen and see which is given here. Look, Nambi had the capacity to dash up a story. To dash. Look, here's a gap after to, T or to. You must know that after to, you can use the base form of the verb to fill the gap. Here you will use the base form of the verb. What he does, he makes a storage. He builds up stories. Here's another word, up, up, up. So the word is build. To build up. So the appropriate word here is build, B-U-I-L-D. To build up a story within a month. He would finish dash the story within 10 days. Look, he would finish dash the story. Here's another grammatical point, finish, then gap. There are some certain words, certain verbs, and if you get some other words after those certain verbs in the sentence, you must use verb ing form. One of them is finish. Okay, some of those verbs are enjoy, finish, keep, and etc. Okay, here's the word used here is finish. Look, he would finish, then gap. He would finish telling the story within 10 days. The next sentence here is, the little temple at the very edge of the village dash his dwelling place. Look here, the little temple at the very edge of the village. The whole part of the sentence here is the subject, then gap, then his dwelling place. This is adverbial. The sentence structure used here is subject, then be verb, then adverbial. His dwelling place. Okay, subject, then be verb, then adverbial. You just use any be verb here. As this is a place only, we can use the verb is, is for number C. The next sentence used here is, he has spent most of the day under the shade of the banyan tree that out its dash. Number D and number E. Okay. Look, the sentence again. He has spent most of the day under the shade of the banyan tree. The sentence seems finished, but it is going on here. It has its extension. The shade of the banyan tree, spreading out its branches. Why spreading? Because the word used here is after the noun tree. If you can get a word after noun as verb form, you must use this in infinitive form, like verb ing form or past participle form or to plus verb base form, etc., etc. Okay, those are non-finite verbs. So which one can we choose here? Infinitives or verb ing or participle? Of course, verb ing form. And ours, its branches, its is a word and it refers to a noun after it. That's branches, because the tree spreads out its branches. Okay, you the students, you have a homework for you, and that composing a paragraph on past time. You will compose this paragraph keeping some information and idea in your mind, and that what types of past times are available in the world, and what types of past times are available in our country, Bangladesh. And just produce a paragraph, putting a topic sentence at first and then put the informations and end it up. Okay, your paragraph is on the past time. Okay, you the learners, you have got that there are some information here, some types of informations here. You will get some information and you will keep them in your mind and you will produce your paragraph. And this technique can be used everywhere whenever producing paragraphs. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you today.